How's everyone going today? This is Jose here with Bobcat Esports. Today we are having Marshalltown versus Clarke County Esports, or Clarke School Esports. So, looks like they're starting out with some issues at the moment. So, while we wait for them to adjust, the Marshalltown Bobcats have started out the season 4-0. They are looking to continue that undefeated streak as they verse Clarke. The Bobcats have been really good so far, keeping that undefeated record. Had some really tough opponents, as in Waukee. Really close match. Went on to 3 rounds that game, and they were losing pretty significantly at the moment, but then they ended up pulling it back and winning. So good job there to the Bobcats. But as I said, today the Bobcats will be versing the Clarke. So as we wait in here for everyone to join, I'm going to take a quick moment here just to give a quick thanks to our sponsors, of course, for helping set this up. So take a quick break, wait for everyone to load and fix the lobby, and then we'll be right back.
A heartfelt thank you goes out to all of our incredible sponsors and supporters. Without your generosity, our esports program wouldn't be possible. A special thank you to our sponsors, Raycom, MacDine, UFCW, Local 1149, JBS, Marshalltown Company, and Emerson. Your commitment and support are truly appreciated. We also want to extend our gratitude to our supporters, Subcity and Minuteman Printing and Graphics. Your contributions make a huge difference, and we're grateful to have you by our side. Together, we're able to make our program a success. Thank you for your continued partnership.
All right, as we are back here, looks like everything's set now and scheduled and ready to go. We got some settings changed, but yeah. So again, going into the match here, Bobcats are 4-0. Starting off hot, not losing any games. So let's see if they can continue on this streak, keep the momentum alive and running. So today we have our the Bobcats are starting their initial starters, which is Omar, Torres Abroad. We have Peyton Stanton. We also have Joshua, Trey, Connor, and I believe that's the initial starters. So the Bobcats jumping in here, starting off as a as the defending team. So we will jump in here, start watching Omar, see how he does. Now, of course, the initial the initial round here, starting to barricade their environment, making sure to prevent Clarke from jumping in and planting the bomb. As we jump around here from player to player, we'll watch Joshua initially. The Bobcats strategically making plans here and trying to see if they can locate their enemy. As we jump onto Trey. Joshua first one to get taken down as we moved away from him. Trey taking down one of the Clarke players, so they're down to a 4v3 with the Bobcats having an advantage. As we jump into Omar here as he's mid-action. You can kind of taking their time here. Patiently waiting. As Trey gets taken down, still kind of will jump here, take a look. Kind of just patiently waiting. Pings there, just everywhere. As we jump into Connor watching. Joshua getting a kill, or Trey getting a kill there. Connor. Apologies, Connor getting a kill. Nice job. Bobcats ended up winning, taking the first round. So, again, a bit starting out fighting their Clarke. So, good job for the Bobcats taking off the first round and ending up leading 1-0. So, again, as the season advances and goes on forward, more teams get difficult. Everyone's getting used to their partners, getting used to their teammates, you know, building that chemistry as all the other teams build together. So the initial plan is speaking with some of the other students say that they some of them prefer to start on defense first, just because defense seems to be like a little bit of an easier move to hold on and kind of hold your ground, as attacking you're pretty much don't know what to expect. but we'll jump into Peyton Stanton here, see how Peyton's doing, building up as the team waits to
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
for Clarke to break in here for them. So as we get an overview here and just looking over and seeing how everyone's doing.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
So it looks like Clarke is all coming in together. We will jump into Peyton as he's outside. Oops, wrong one. Looks like they're all just kind of droning out, waiting to see if Peyton comes in. Peyton kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Really difficult to go up against the 2v1, especially when you're getting cornered in all locations. So we jump into Trey. Bobcats playing the patient game, just kind of patiently waiting for Clarke to make a move. Looks like they're having a battle from the ground below. So we'll jump to Omar as we get an eye on him. Bobcats doing a good job of just playing that vertical play, you know, just making sure the team from above doesn't surprise them. Just holding on to that 4v1 lead. Omar trying to bait him, trying to get him down. Trying to get him to expose himself. So Trey gets picked off. Bobcats ended up winning the round on basically time expiration. Clarke not make it in time to plant the bomb there. So taking the round there, ended up going 2-0. So doing a good job of being patient, just waiting Clarke out patiently to come out and try to make a move, a mistake, and just essentially, you know, just holding their ground. So doing a good job just holding their ground there and just waiting it out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So as they're jumping in here, let's jump into Peyton. Holding it down for the Bobcats. As Omar ends up getting a kill. Still looks like he's battling it out with somebody. Barely turned far enough where he couldn't see them. Still kind of keeping an eye. He understands where they're at. Sees him poking up. Almost takes him out. Still just... Ooh, nice job knocking him down. Omar getting attacked from behind. Pinging to make sure his team notifies what's going on. As we jump back here to watch Peyton. One of the Clarke players is downed as they go to 3. Technically a 3v3, but as Clarke reses one of their players. Joshua taking out one of the Clarks. Jump into his point of view. Nice job by Joshua. Great job there, taking out both Clarke players there at the end. So, good job, Joshua, taking them both on, holding it down there in that kind of corner as they both try to go after him. So far the Bobcats leading 3-0. Doing a good job, like I said, just kind of holding it down, waiting for everybody to just come in after them. As they load into the ban phases and see who they ban. But good job so far, just kind of, like I said, loading in and locking in and just making sure everyone is on the same page here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So let's load back in here and see overview, see how they're doing. So again, they've had quite a bit of tough matches here lately. A very close match against Waukee. They were ended up down 5-2 at one point, and miraculously ending up coming back to win the final round 8-7. So great job there by the Bobcats, rallying together and coming back and winning it for them and keeping that undefeated streak alive for themselves. So tough matchups after tough matchups, but with one goal in mind of making it to state, making it to the playoffs, and hopefully coming home with some hardware. But still have quite a bit of road ahead of them as we will... Joshua gets taken out. Looks like Clarke is running shield operators. Peyton looks like he's fighting it out. Taking out one of the Clarke players. Getting shot. Taking out another Clarke player. Now they're all just kind of gotta go after the one shield guy, the Monty. Great job there. So understand the goal there of what Clarke was trying to do, just kind of not executed as they were expecting, but good effort by Clarke as the Bobcats move on and taking the lead 4-0.
Attackers need to locate and as many bombs as they can.
Sorry, it looks like computer acting up, computer issues. As we're back on here.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left.
So the Bobcats, like I said, just doing a really good job of just holding it down. The week prior, they versed Thomas Jefferson, which is a makeup game. That match was not streamed as they, excuse me, as that match was going on at the same time as the Smash Bro game. So looks like Clarke is planting very quickly here, as they already planted their bomb. As we go in here and see what's kind of going on. So they're going for a very quick plant. Ooh, getting the Bobcats out of sync. Ooh, very unfortunate there, getting bombed by C4. Again, just kind of caught the Bobcats out of place there. So the Bobcats ended up losing that round. Again, that was very quick and very strategic by Clarke, just rushing in there, planting it very fast and quick, catching the Bobcats off guard, trying to rush in there and defuse that bomb before the time went out. But unfortunately, you know, Bobcats were not able to. So good job there by Clarke, getting that round back from them, and just catching them completely off guard. But
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
so going into round 6 here, as some of you might know, you have to win at 7. As we will float around here and just kind of watch everyone, see how they're doing.
Insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So it looks like Clarke is coming in from the far side. Looks like he might be trying to go for another quick plant here. Looks like there's a group of 4 with a Blackbeard going on top, trying to pick off the roamers. So we will jump into Connor. Clarke being down 2 players, getting taken 2 of their own players out. Payne getting taken out. Joshua fighting it out with Blackbeard being taken out as well. Down to 2-2. Blackbeard doing some damage and just kind of taking out 2 of the Bobcats. Nice job taking him out. Ooh. Not being able to see where Clarke was at. As now it's down to a 1v1. Very unfortunate they're getting taken out through the wall. Kind of like the unfortunate part there where, I mean, that wall's breakable, so they can just shoot as much as they want through that wall, try to get him out. So Clarke's kicking him out again. That Blackbeard causing some troubles to the Bobcats, just kind of roaming around upstairs, trying to look for the other roamers and taking them out. But did a pretty good job. They're just kind of ending up the 2v2 for a moment until Blackbeard getting taken out, and then Clarke finishing off the Bobcats through the wall. So as we see here, the banning phase where they switch roles, the Bobcats are now going to be attacking. They will stay as the orange team, I believe. Yes, they'll stay the orange team as the Bobcats finish off this round as the attackers. And let's see how they end up adjusting their game plan, the Bobcats, and seeing how they can take out Clarke.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So a few moments there were catching the Bobcats off guard and just letting them, essentially by surprise.
10 seconds remaining.
Kind of like quick pace there, dedicating
5 seconds to insertion.
creating the tempo, Clarke, and pushing forward. So
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
let's see how Bobcats end up doing in the attacking phase. So we'll jump into Omar. Maybe not him, as he's going a little crazy. So let's jump into Peyton. Peyton jumping in as a Monty. Kind of shooting the wall there, and as they are all aware where Peyton is sitting at, maybe we'll jump into Joshua. Joshua's running a drone, so we'll jump into Trey. Trey again running into Omar, trying to firefight with Peyton. As Peyton holds on his shield, giving intel to Omar. Teammates fighting around the corner. Peyton going in for the plant. It's kind of hard to see as there's a smoke machine out there. Planting, gets taken out before he can even plant. Now they're gonna have to regroup. Getting taken out by the corner as Connor. Nice job by Connor to get him out. Ooh, very unfortunate. Another close round, nerve-wracking round. So Clarke coming back, getting that 3-4, just one more round, taking it out from the Bobcats. So 3-4 round. Bobcats still winning 4-3, but again, as the season progresses and moves on, none of these teams are getting any easier. So just that chemistry that each player has together, and just trying to go through that and break through that defense that everyone has as a chemistry team You know, everyone's getting so used to playing with each other and used to how they play and just the continuous practice. So just like any other sport that everyone plays, everyone's just kind of getting used to their teammates and working on it and just making sure the team is as best as they can be, essentially. So, which is why this is a great avenue for kids who just don't want to do any athletic sports or just aren't wanting to do anything like that. But video game is kind of like their way out into, or not way out, but way into a school extracurricular activity. And not every school is fortunate enough to have a esports team, as when multiple people I speak to about tell them how our high school has an esports team, they've always wished that their team had an esports team. I wish our high school had a esports team when I was in high school, which just happens to be Marshalltown. They just weren't ready at the moment then. But as we watch Connor going in, looks like Clarke is trying to bandit trick. We'll jump into Peyton as he watches ahead, trying to look for overview. They have a ram. Now they're running a ram, which that ram, what ends up doing is just destroying that top ceiling, so then it exposes everyone from beneath. So now they have to watch above, and they have to watch in front of them. Great job there by Joshua taking them out, as Peyton was also loading up and aiming towards them. Bobcats doing some vertical play. As we'll jump into Trey, who's the only one guy down on the main floor. Walking away. Great job there by Connor, taking out both of the Clarke players. So, good job there. That gun essentially thermal scope. So when you throw out a smoke, see straight through the smoke and see your enemy, as the rest of the enemy cannot see through the smoke, obviously. So again, the Bobcats doing a good job bringing it back up to 2 scores to keep their lead and try to keep it out of Clarke's hands. So as we move on to round 9, the Bobcats will need 3 more to essentially win the match. But as I was saying before, you know, it's a huge privilege for these kids to have a esports team, especially at their high school level, you know. Kind of their way to get out. Of course, with any other sport, you have to be a student first. So grades on top of anything, make sure the students have their grades, passing levels, not failing, to let them play. And of course, gives us the avenue, of course, as well as having a club team as well. So players, kids who just don't necessarily want to be part of competitiveness can do that. But Trey taking out the one of the players, as we'll watch on.
attackers. Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
All right, jumping in here as we watch the Bobcats. Omar getting a pick off right away. Connor just poking through there to that little kind of hole to see if he finds somebody. Clarke taking out Joshua. Omar being taken out. And Peyton taking out a player with that sniper. So 3-3, even matchup. Connor droning out. Try to get some intel to see where Clarke is at. Getting smoked out. Checking those corners. Finding him. Ooh, getting attacked from behind. Miss input there. Nice job by Peyton taking him out with the sniper. As we switched away from him. So great job there by the Bobcats taking up the first win there. 7-3. Peyton getting the last kill there, and Connor taking MVP as the Bobcats take game 1. So, great job by them getting that first win, and like I said, taking up that first that game 1. So, as they take a quick break and essentially restroom break, get their batteries back up to charge and full, and just essentially getting ready for game 2. So hopefully the Bobcats can close it off in this round, end up ending it and just finishing off again and moving on to their record as 5-0. But as we continue, we will just take a short moment, a quick break, as everyone just kind of gets ready. So we'll step away for a quick moment as everyone gets ready. Welcome back, everyone. As teams are getting loaded in, everyone's back. Everyone's had their bathroom break, recharged, ready to go after it again at game 2. As Bobcats now will be the blue team, starting out as the attackers, and Clarke will start out as the defenders, the orange team. As we are just waiting, essentially, for Clarke to start out the game, as they are the home team and the Bobcats are away. So, really great match, like I said initially to begin with. So, Bobcats doing what they need to do and get the job done, and taking that first win. So, as you can see there, the students wanting to get started and get it over with, get the game rolling, get going, being a little bit antsy. So just essentially waiting on Clarke as they are the home team, so they get to start the match, making sure everyone's on the same page. As you can see, Clarke is not ready. So again, quick brief history about the Bobcats. So this is their 4th year holding, having a esports program. First inaugural season was back in 2022. Beginning of the season started midwinter, as we couldn't make it in time for the fall season. Just kind of everything was a little bit rushed during the fall season, making sure everything was up to par and in game. The initial room that we started out with only had, I believe, 6 PCs in it. So the room started out 6 PCs, like I said, just enough for one substitute in there. I mean, winter season was actually my first season, my first time ever coaching esports, so I was part of the inaugural season there with a few others as well. Kind of newbie to everything, trying to see how everything runs. So, but luckily we had some great, outstanding players. Again, kind of also the beginning of the league, as there wasn't as many teams. But now everything has kind of exploded, gotten big, gotten huge. Marshalltown now hosting esports finals, so doing a good job there. And like I said, moving forward. So now as we go into the banning phase with the Bobcats, but as you're aware, or some of you might be aware, the esports finals is being held here again in Marshalltown, at the Orpheum, which has been held here the prior 3 years. 3 years. I apologize. It's been a great honor of having the esports finals here. Kids get to miss a full day of school, go out, play for their team, for their schools. Schools from all over Iowa come here to Marshalltown to play it out for that championship. Pretty great atmosphere if you haven't been out to it, which I highly recommend going out and taking a look, seeing how, like I said, the finals are and everything. So it's just kind of a great experience for the kids and everyone to just kind of go in there and watch, and the atmosphere is just something different compared to obviously just playing virtually. But that will be later into November 19th through the 21st. So 3 full days of gaming, of competitiveness, trying to see who will be the top winner. And as we're getting ready, the Bobcats now going into their action phase to move in and try to get first round from Clarke. Joshua trying to break down a wall. Sent in one of his drones. As we'll jump into Connor. So that red ping notifies everyone of where they're being marked, so enemy team even gets notified as well. Essentially just says that you've been spotted by scan. Trey taking out one of the Clarke players. Trey getting taken out. Bobcats making a substitution and putting in Caleb Mass instead of Omar. Doing a good job there, as I believe this was... I'm not sure who took the last kill there, but Joshua. So as we're move on to round 2, Bobcats taking first round there from Clarke.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So the Bobcats kind of getting ready there, sending in their drones to scope out the place, trying to locate and see where Clarke is hiding. So jump into Trey as he's running the Monty. Looks like they're getting prepared for a fight. We'll jump into Peyton, actually. See some of the action with the sniper. He's been doing really well last match with the sniper. Just kind of taking him out from long distance. That gun is really good as a one-shot. So as you saw, sometimes he would hit him even in the body. He would just kind of take him out in general. So again, just kind of looking, making sure. As soon as you poke your head through there, knocking down one of the Clarke players. Trying to crawl away. Now he's getting rezzed up. But then, of course, he'll be low on health since he got rezzed. So planting. Kind of just a lot of wildness going on. Joshua on cams. Barely missing. Oh, nice job there. Kind of blind firing as he was reloading. Payton ended up getting the last shot. As I said, that sniper is just one powerful gun. One hit just knocks them down if you don't get a headshot. So Payton kind of putting in some work there and getting everyone knocked down. Joshua getting lucky as he was mid reload. Payne looking to clean up and get his crew back.
As many bombs as they can.
So lots of surprises kind of coming out from the Bobcats, and just like I said, pulling out some new tricks. I haven't seen Payton play that character yet. So as we watch and wait for them again to locate and find Clarke.
Five seconds left before insertion.
So as we
Attackers are
wait
heading out
and
to
hold
defuse
on
the
for the
bomb.
Bobcats to begin their action phase, we will jump in. Looks like they're going down the same route, picking up their drones. Jump into Payne and see how he's doing. Again, just kind of Clarke being very cautious and not trying to poke their head out through there. Looks like Payton is just patiently waiting. Patiently waiting still again. So as we jump into Joshua, mid-action as he's in the garage. Payton just kind of playing the waiting game with one of the Clarke players. So we jump into Trey. Trey getting taken out by one of the roamers. Caleb getting taken out as well. So now Marshalltown down 2 as they go into a 3v5. Joshua, he's in a firefight as well, taking out one of the Clarke players. So now making it even 3v3 as he gets knocked down and taken out as well. Connor going into a firefight as well, being taken out as well, or getting taken out as well. Now it's only up to Payton to try to clutch up a 1v3 with only 18 seconds left into the round. Kind of a tough, daunting task because he seems like he's been in the same spot for a while. Might not want to go into this fight and just kind of hold it off and go into round 2. And yeah, just kind of waiting it out. Not much he could have done there, so just holding it off. Would rather wait for his team to come back next round. Pretty tough task there for Payton to try to take everyone on with a sniper, but especially since they were waiting for him there, they weren't rushing and trying to attack him. So getting caught off guard there. by the Bobcats from Clarke. Looks like Clarke is banning Peyton's character. Maybe he's doing a little too good on it. So Peyton throwing up some protests. So now as they switch, or haven't switched yet, Bobcats still kind of going in and being the attackers.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna. So you need my gun 6?
Bobcats already taken out 2 of the Clarke players. And then Clarke getting 1 back, bringing that advantage down a little bit for them instead of 5v3. Now it's a 4v3. A little bit more manageable for Clarke. Joshua getting a player taken out.
I'll watch down here.
Marshalltown getting that advantage again. 4-2. Watching stairs, getting 1 taken out. Knows where the other character's at. Nice job by Joshua getting that final kill there. 3-1 Bobcats leading the way.
No, I can't. I'm redeeming myself. What are you doing?
So, good job by the Bobcats again, kind of holding down their advantages and trying to take out as much Clarke players as possible. As we move on to round 5 with the Bobcats leading 3-1. So as we wait on there and wait for them to jump on and start attacking,
10 seconds to insertion.
Bobcats just using their drones to scout out the place, look to see where everyone's at,
Attackers are moving out
and
to locate
calling
a bomb
out
and defuse it.
players or characters that they have, operators, I should say. As we'll jump back into, let's see here. Let's jump into Connor. As he was initially going to take on the roof, but decided not to. Joshua heading drones out and taking a look to see where they're at. Joshua trying to take out the bulletproof camera. As they decided to move in now. Ooh, being taken out there by Clarke. being taken out. Caleb was one of the roamers there. Bobcats being an unfortunate spot, but it looks like they're getting one back as they move on to 3 to 4. Looks like they're all across from each other on the map. Clarke being really bundled up for some reason. Move on to Peyton, see if maybe he can get some of the... Payne decided to run in there, make a move, or planting the diffuser. Moving to Connor, so now the ball's in Clarke's court as they have to run in and defuse that. Trey getting a headshot and taking out one of the players. Jump into Peyton. Trey getting another kill. Maybe let's just stay to Peyton or Trey. Guys, Trey gets the ace. What a good job. Trey holding it down and getting an ace. Second one of his season. So, great job there. Just taking out Clarke and getting everyone out. Trey doing just a good job picking everyone apart. Getting his ace again. Second of the season. So, great job. Doing that, maybe we can see some of that magic at state. If the Bobcats make it down to state. But if they keep playing as they're playing, we will most likely see the Bobcats at the esports finals. So, again, just waiting out for them to jump in there. Again, esports finals being November 19th through the 21st. As we will see which teams make it and which teams do not. Of course, this being week 5, total of 7 weeks of the regular season. Week 8 being a makeup week for players or teams who were not able to come to agreements during the regular season. So they have an additional week to make up whatever matches they have not. Which then, of course, after week 8, if all teams are caught up, scores are in, finalized, we will get to see who makes it on to the finals, who gets a seed to move on bye week. Essentially, some of the teams have to still fight it out in sub-state. If your team is good enough, you can just make it on by straight to the finals. Don't have to play a sub-state, which of course happens after week 8. So might be a little bit of a disadvantage, I guess, because then your team does not get to play essentially for almost 2 weeks if you get a buy-in, but doesn't mean that you can't play any of the other teams in the other divisions. So as we watch Trey using the cams, he can see some of the Clarke players. They are aware where they're at downstairs. Trey getting a first kill. Payne going in for the plant. Payne planting it quick. Trey getting another one. Double kill. Down to only one Clarke player left. Nice job there. Maybe should have stayed on Connor. Looks like he got the last kill as we jumped away from him. Bobcats moving up to 5-1. Now they are defending as Clarke attacks. So Now the Bobcats get to defend, which again I said, defending is a little bit easier as you plant your defenses up, kind of holding it down, making sure that everybody, so that they're aware and see where they're coming from, versus attacking team, which you don't know exactly where their stuff is at, anything like that, and just gonna have to run in there, kind of blind. You got your drones and stuff like that. So as they move on to the banning phase, banning operators that each team cannot play. So let's see if the Bobcats can finish it off and close off the match here, as they're up 5-1. So they just need 3 more rounds to win it all.
Being defused by attackers.
So as the Bobcats plant, put their defenses up, get everything ready, we'll move on. As this is Caleb. You can kind of tell there by the bottom of the players under their names. So under Joshua, you see 9, 2, and 1. That is essentially their the kill death ratio. So Joshua has 9 kills, 2 deaths, and 1 assist. Rate to my aim, which is Connor, has 5 kills, 1 death, 1 assist. Iris, Caleb, with 1, 4, and 1. And Trey coming in with a 10, 3, 1. So up there with Connor. Both just kind of really doing a good job taking out the other team. Pax, which is Peyton, with a 2, 1, 3. But kills don't necessarily mean everything. Taking them out. As we'll jump up, see if we can find someone else. Joshua being in a fight with a Blitz. So Blitz has a shield which blinds you, getting taken out, Joshua, by that Blitz. Caleb, as we're watching him. So it looks like they got 2 shield operators. They got a Blackbeard and a Blitz. Nice job taking them out. Being blinded. Still in it? Nope. Oh! What? What? Well, I guess it happens. I'm not sure how that ended up going, but getting the Bobcats another win there, moving up to 6-1. So one more kill or one more round, and then the Bobcats will end up taking game 2, finishing it off and moving on to 5-0. One of the Clarke players seems to have left, so it looks like they might have to pause the match. one of the Clarke players looked to have been disconnected. So, unfortunately, per the rules, they have to continue on playing as a 4v5. I have to watch Trey going in there. Clarke playing in very heavily, trying to take everyone out by surprise. Not working in their favor as they are down another player. 4-3. Trey seeing where they're at. Taking out one of the other players as well. Trey finishing it off for the Bobcats, taking on the win, and Bobcats moving on to 5-0. So, great job by the Bobcats again, winning it up, and moving on, continuing to be undefeated in the season. So, great job by the Bobcats with Trey coming in there, doing really good, and being top frag in the match. So great job by the Bobcats again, and moving on to the season undefeated. As next Tuesday we will have a the esports, the Smash Bros. Making onto their final, or making onto week 6, moving on to the season. I believe they are 3-2, so doing really well there and moving on. And then Rainbow Six Siege will be coming back on again, trying to keep on that undefeated record, as the Bobcats will end up facing Iowa Falls, which is also undefeated currently, pending results of today's match, as they end up playing the previous champs from last year, Waterloo East. So we will see how Iowa Falls does there, and then if they continue on to their undefeated record, we will see the Bobcats playing another tough matchup in their season against Iowa Falls and their undefeated teams. So tune in for next week, as everyone, hope you have a great night, stay safe, and have a great rest of your day.